Our second contestant is Stephen Morgan. The title of his speech is Another Brother. Another Brother by Stephen Morgan.
My first impression of Wendell was thoroughly shallow. I wish I could say it was better. But in all honesty, it was my first day at my first job out of college, and I was totally focused on myself. Some things don't change. But that was how I met Wendell. Through the years that we worked together, I realized that, as it turned out, that was his first day and his first job as well. And we had a lot of other things in common as well. We're both smart, both handsome, both arrogant. But we did have a few differences, of course. We make different choices. I chose to do Toastmasters. He did not. He chose to foster infants. I could never get that idea of handing them back. Just outside my... And yet, 10 years later, at my wedding, Wendell stood up as my best man to give the toast and said, I couldn't tell you when along the way it happened, but we've become close friends, and I now consider him as another brother. Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, brothers, sisters all around. How important is your first impression? We all make them. It's just something that happens. The moment we meet someone, we go, and create a mental image. Are you a preacher or a judge? A friend or a foe? Are you an other or a brother? That's why we spend so much time trying to look good on Facebook, or make our resumes look good, or dress nice, or, well, make a very nice Tinder profile, or the amount of money we spend on advertising, and the effort we go into making a good speech opening. We want to create the image we wish to portray that everyone else takes, and we create that facade. Which, by the way, how's my speech opening going so far? No, wait, no, don't pop my bubble yet. Save that for after the contest. Here's the rub. Facades fade. You've seen it yourself in your own life. The moment you actually get to know someone, that first impression suddenly fades away. Occasionally you're right, aspects of it are right, and you know sometimes you are absolutely wrong. But yet we still make those snap first impressions. A couple years after I met Wendell, we both moved on to new jobs. He left the state, and he gave me a call and said, Steve, I have a favor to ask of you. Sure, I'm happy to help anytime that I can, especially a friend in need. See, my mom's car's broken down, and she needs to find another one, but she needs a ride to help and go and get another car. I said, well, okay, sure. Saturday will work fine. I can do that. I'd never met Wendell's mom before. So I drive over to pick her up Saturday morning, and first impression. My first impression of Wendell's mom was she was very methodical, very determined, and knew exactly what she wanted to get. She had already been through the newspaper, this was way back when we used newspapers, and figured out 3 cars she wanted to look at, which order she wanted to look at, and the path to go to get to them. I was just chauffeur. So I drove her to each of the cars. She went in, asked her questions, did her test drives, and after she got through the third one, he said, let's go have lunch. We go and eat lunch, and I changed from chauffeur to sounding board, and she's just bouncing ideas off of me, not asking really for an answer. She's thinking through her own head. She decides, I want that third one. Let's go back after lunch. We drive back to that third car. It was an older couple. They obviously didn't need the car anymore. And as we got out of the car to walk up, in the space of time that we had been gone to lunch, somebody had come up to the car, taken a key and carved into the side the word nigger. What just happened? Did you just feel a snap happen? Did you get a sudden emotional, visceral reaction? Did your image of Wendell's mom just change? Did your image of Wendell just change? Or of me? Curiously, I wonder sometimes about that vandal. I never knew who it was. None of us did. I never got a chance to make a first impression. I only knew the choice that person made to write that under the side of the car. Choices reveal. And that person chose to do that. Wendell's mom had a choice. She chose to get the car anyway. She chose to say nothing. She chose to pay the asking price. Got in the car and left. And that is the last I saw of her. Facades will fade, but choices will reveal. So now you have a choice. You could choose to let me stay in my bubble. You could also choose to react to that emotional, visceral reaction to one single word and miss the entire message. Or you can choose to let those facades fade and learn something new from me, from the next person you meet, from every Toastmaster, every brother or sister. Or if I were to paraphrase my best man Wendell, do you see me as an other or as a brother? Is that a contest?